Hello everyone, and welcome to another horrific review. We continue our look at the Alien Earth series with episode 8, The Real Monsters. When a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman and a ragtag group of tactical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with the planet's greatest threat. Alright folks, we are back for the final episode of this season, and honestly, it just dissipated like a wet fart. I think this has to be one of the most anticlimactic, begging for a second season, waste of time of a series finale. You would think they would have saved everything up. They had like action-packed, all guns blazing, everything coming to a head, and some sort of resolution, but a cliffhanger for the next season. But no, we get 20 minutes of pad time with basically nothing happening. All the setup and stuff, all the synths have been captured, boy Cavaliers having a meltdown, blah blah blah, and it is boring. It's not even bad, it's not even terrible, it was boring. I mean, there's more exciting paint drying out there than this show. Alright then, so we start off, we see Arthur's body just laying out on the beach. Obviously it's setting up for something. We see the crab, a CGI crab coming up, and then the xenomorph appearing at the beach, and the crab going psh psh psh, and then the xenomorph disappearing because CGI crabs are scarier than CGI xenomorphs, apparently. So there you go, that's a thing. But obviously we're setting up Arthur's body's going to be important. You don't spend that amount of time with them, being panning the camera shot, etc., letting you know he's still there. So there you go, that's a thing. Dame Silva decides to go visit the graves, and she's setting down flour in each one. And we see the dead flour on the grave that she just sets a new one on top of. There's only one, by the way, so she's only visited the graves once before. If she doesn't clean them away, I don't know, anytime we go to the grave, like, you clean the old flowers away and you give the headstone a wash and stuff, and then you put the new ones down. Nah, apparently they don't do that in this TV show. They just set the dead flower on top of the old one and just hope for the best. Weird. Anyway, Xenomorph turns up, goes hissy hiss, she goes wah, and yeah, soldiers turn up, go rat-a-tat-tat. Xenomorph runs away because they're not ready yet to deal with her. Basically, the penultimate episode, the one before this, had more action in it than this. Like, this really is just a nosedive to nothingness. Like, it was building up for a confrontation, and yeah, nothing. Anyway, yeah, the Xenomorphs run about in the day. If you remember back to Aliens, if you remember Newt's line, they mostly come out at night, mostly. What happened to all that? What happened to, like, waiting in the dark and, being ambush predators, etc.? It just doesn't make sense. They have this thing run about during the day, and it looks horrible. Like, the lighting and all in this Xenomorph just looks shit. Any mystery or suspense or any sort of fear you might have of this creature is gone in this episode. Like, it's pathetic. We've got the synths, they're all in this cell. So apparently they never thought about designing cells to hold synths, even though there's a chance, because they didn't do their psychological profiles, or they did and they knew some of them were unhinged, and then they're putting them in super strong bodies, that something might go wrong. Like, there's no protocols, no backups, nothing. They never thought of this. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. The boy genius, I hate that term because this guy's an absolute plank. It's just sitting having a meltdown, going blah 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 blah, and is that not the whole point of being extremely intelligent? Is problem solving, putting things into motion, thinking of everything before it happens, having all the protocols set up, all that kind of stuff. Is that not important? No, you just sit there and you go whipple, talk to the sheep. We get this brief Morrow Hermit team up, which is a nothing. Let me look at you, I'm a medic. I haven't seen him do anything decent as a medic since he started in this series. He just tags along. The Hermit character, Joe Hermit, is nothing. He's a pointless character. I just don't know why he's in this show. He just mopes around the place and does fuck all. He's really irritating. You just kind of hope he gets munched or something. I just don't see why he's there. Apart from this fake connection with Wendy, but even that's gone. I believed it more when she's looking at him through monitors, but we knew nothing about him, but now we've got to meet him and see him, and just, no. We'll have his old squad are going about trying to be like super soldiers and stuff and just acting like planks. And this lift randomly opens, and first of all, if you're in an emergency lockdown situation and things go wrong, you don't use lifts. You don't use anything electronic, you use the stairs. Like, even, say the fire alarm goes off, not to use the lifts or escalators. You use stairs, the escalators stop. But these guys all pile in because they're not highly trained enough to use stairs. It's stupid, but of course they've pretended that it's a self-destruct. Who the fuck puts a self-destruct in a lift? Wendy has control of everything. She does that waving her hand and has control of all the electronics, and yeah, that's it. She's super boss now. God, what else happens? God, this is such a known thing. Oh, we get the final battle between Morrow and Kirsch, and there's another damp rag. This epic battle they've been teasing the whole season about between these two titans lasts about 30 seconds, and then it's over. And then the Sins turn up and deal with it. Because basically what they're doing, they're capturing everybody to put them in a cell because we need to end monologue and setting up for the next season. Yeah, so that big battle that's been hinted at the whole time just was a nothing. It's pathetic. What's Boy Cavalier's answer? Oh, he thinks Eyeball can save the day, so he sends Joe in to get him captured. Joe to become the next Eyeball. I knew it was either going to be Joe or Dame, but even that doesn't happen. Wendy comes in and saves the day, so Joe doesn't get eyeballed. So he would have been more use if he got eyeballed. He'd be a more useful character. He would at least have something about him, but no. Mr. Drip carries on for another day because the plot needs him to. Like the amount of plot armor that guy has is ridiculous because he serves no purpose. Yeah, Wendy's taken over. She's the girl boss. Who do you call him? Ian Amson's character turns out he's a synth, and he's been with Boy. He's the first synth that Boy Cavalier built. And so that's the big reveal. But Wendy's Neo now, so she's like, no, stop. And everything just comes to a standstill. So that was nothing. All these build-ups and time, supposed reveals just end up fizzling out like a firework. It's just went, that's it. Of course, we go back to Arthur because Eyeball escapes, and now we find out that Eyeball doesn't need living tissue; he can inhabit corpses. So he jumps into Arthur, and Arthur sits up. So there you go. There's that. And then we'll have everybody in the cell, all the adults, as a xenomorph, and that runs around killing all the guards. So there's nobody left except for the core group. Wendy comes in with her monologue. Now we rule, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, basically she tells Boy Cavalier he's not Peter Pan, but he's Captain Hook. That's it. And the end dialogue is now we rule, and we see Mummy Xenomorph and Baby Xenomorph going, all that shit. This was wick. Like, I can't even get angry at it. I'm just like, what is this? So I'm really, unless these videos go viral and everybody really enjoys this stuff, I'm not going to bother with season 2. Unless you really want to hear me suffer, through this, I'm not going to waste my time because I have no interest. Part of me wasn't even going to review this. I was that uninterested. I was like going to go, nah, I'm not going to bother. But there you go. That's that. That's season 1. Oh, cliffhanger. Oh, can't wait. Nah. I think it's official. I think I'm done with the Alien franchise. I don't think there's any more in me for it. I think, we just have to part ways at this point because even the original 2 movies, they've lost their magic now because this is overwriting it. Everybody knows about the xenomorphs. They exist. They've been on Earth. They're maybe going to stay on Earth. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there you go. There's that. Anyway, let me know what you think. And until next time, keep up to the channel, do the type of things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.